Hi everyone. How are you all doing? I hope that you all are doing fine today. Hi everyone on the chat. Good to see you all today again. All right, so I hope that you guys are perfect today. Today our lesson under the grade 5 will be contractions. So you have to log in using the aplusstudent.com. You click on your name, you move on to language art, and then the chapter contraction, and we have two lessons under that: pronoun verb contractions and contractions with nuts. All right, so we're starting now. All right, so first of all, we need to note what a contraction mean. All right. So contraction is a shortened form of two words. So contraction is a shortened version of two words joined, or when you have an apostrophe, it shows you where one letter and maybe two letters are left out. Okay? So it's a shortened version of two words combined together or joined together. All right, so it's a shortened version of two words combined or joined together, okay? That shows you where one or two letters are left out. Usually, you have the apostrophe in place of the letters that have been left out, okay? You always have the apostrophe. That's why we call it contraction. All right, so a contraction can be formed from a pronoun and a verb. So we can either use a pronoun or verb to form a contraction. So we have some examples over here. So let's look at some examples. We have I am. So we have I am, and then this is the shortened form of I am. You have you have, and it becomes you have. And then you have you will. So all these are the examples of the contractions, okay? All right, so you can take note of these. All these are contractions that we have. And then we also have a contraction can be formed from a verb and the word not. So you can have contraction with verb and the word not. Okay, so in most contractions with not, the spelling of the word does not change. So in most of them with the not, the spellings of the verb does not change. The apostrophe just takes the place of the o. So when you have the contractions with not, okay, the spelling doesn't change, it just takes the place of not. Okay, so we have do not, for example, and then it becomes don't. You can see that the apostrophe takes the place of the o in the not. Then we have is not. So we have is not, and then it becomes isn't. So it's just taking away the o. If you can take note of that, you can see that the o are being removed. So we also have cannot, but cannot is a bit special from the rest of them because cannot you have to remove the n and then the t and the o. So you see that one n is gone and then the o is gone and you have can't. Okay? And then the contraction won't is special also because the spelling of the word changes. So when we have will not, it becomes won't. So you can see that these are all contractions. All right, so you can share with me some contractions that you know. So share with me some contractions that you know in the chat. Just share some contraction and then yeah, we can write them. So we have the first one which is wasn't. We have she is. All right, good. The rest of you. Yes, I am. He is. Good job. So we have haven't. Okay, good. We also have they are. Okay. So you can share with me some more. Let's see. Okay, so do we have more? Are we talking about rules or are we doing contraction? Anyway, so you can make one sentence each. So all of you, you can pick any of the contractions that you want. Make one sentence with it and send to me on the chat. So one sentence each using the contractions. All right, so we have the first sentence, which is I have seen Joshua today. So we have I have seen Joshua today. That is a very good sentence using a contractions. All these are a list of contractions that we have here. If you're here, who's driving the plane? Good. So that's a very good sentence. If you're here, who's driving the plane? And I have my own also. We can say she's going to the store. Okay, so the rest of you, you can share with us some sentences using the contractions. Let's see if you can make sentences with them. So we have I can use my phone because I need to study first. That's very great, very good sentence. Yeah, so we have also you'll be doing the homework tonight. So using you will, that's great. I am the best at volleyball. That's perfect. I won't be here tomorrow. That's great as well. You have been bad lately. So good. All these are sentences using the contraction, which are very perfect. Okay. You'll be getting an A plus. That's good. Also, I'll be going to the cinema. Good job. They are the bad boy group. Okay, great sentences. I won't disobey my parent rules. So I am insane at volleyball and soccer. That's great since it's in real life also. That's perfect. Okay. So thank you guys for participating with your sentences. So we'll start this one, the test. Complete the sentence with the correct contraction. I will run for student council president if Molly doesn't want to run. So, so you have to complete this with the correct contraction. So I will. If you say I will, that means the contraction will be like this, the shortened version of it. If my science project succeed, dash you will be first to know. So you will. So we have you will, and if you want to shorten, it becomes what? You will. Okay. So we also have, okay, Dr. McDaniel says that she will be back after she takes a look at your x-rays. So she will be back after she takes a look at your x-rays. Okay. So we'll move on to the test. I will run for student council vice president if Molly doesn't want to run. So what is your right answer over here? You can share your answers on the chat. All right, so we have option 2, which is correct. So we have Dr. McDaniel says she will be back after she takes a look at your x-rays. So what is the right contraction here? So what's the contraction for this particular question? All right, so we have option 2. Okay. Malan says he is going to the Guru Garlic Festival on Sunday. So what is the right contraction here? So we have option 2, he is. So he is, right? Okay. So we have you have done a great job decorating the room for the Halloween party. So what's the right answer over here? So we have you have. Okay. All right. So we have also I have always wanted to visit the White House. I have always wanted to visit the White House. What's the answer over here? So we have I have. Okay. So we also have if you ask the librarian, she will help you find the magazines you want. What is the right answer here? So we have she will. Good job, guys. So they will send two reporters to the scene of the crime. They will send two reporters to the scene of the crime. What's the answer here? Okay, so we have they will. If my science project succeed, you will be the first to know. What is the answer here? So we have you will. Okay, good. Then we have you are a great listener and a loyal friend. You are a great listener and a loyal friend. So what's the right one here? So you are good. Then we have the last. We can rest now that we have accomplished our goal for today. So, what is this one? And we have the last one. So we'll move on to the second lesson. Okay, the second lesson, and we will go to the test. So complete the sentence with the correct contraction. Diane and Luke have not seen the new documentary yet. So, what is the right contraction here? So, what's the answer to this one? Haven't. Okay. Okay. The protesters did not like the mayor's new law that limited downtown parking. So, what's the right contraction to this one? The protesters did not like the mayor's new law that limited downtown parking. So, option two. The chapters of this science book are not long, but they are full of information. So, what's the right contraction here? The chapters of this science book are not long, but they are full of information. So, what is the right answer here? So, this is option two. Okay. So, I will try to tell you the plot of the film, but I cannot remember all the details. So, what's the right option for this one? So we have can't option two. Okay. The city's population was not increasing as quickly as it had in years past. What is the right contraction? All right, option two wasn't. Okay. So we have that television show is not practically humorous or entertaining. So what is the right answer for this? So isn't. Okay. All right. So we also have I do not remember how to get to Roga's house. I do not remember how to get to Roga's house. So what's your option here? So don't. Okay. So that's it for our lesson on the contraction. You guys have to complete this lesson, okay? So if you haven't done this lesson before, you have to make sure you finish it and then you do the final test also. And when you're doing it, if you still need more help, you can click on this chat button. We have more tutors there available to help you. Okay? But before we end, you can tell me if you have any questions before we finish for today. Do you guys have any questions? All right, so since we have no questions, bye everyone. Have a good night and see you all next time. Bye.